We live in the era of software-defined vehicles, which is just a fancy way of saying your car is a rolling computer that will eventually brick itself. Plastic intake manifolds, fragile sensors, and electronics that throw a tantrum if they get a drop of moisture on them. They aren't machines anymore, they're disposable appliances. But there was a time when engineers were told to build the best, not the most profitable. A time when a vehicle was an investment for a lifetime, not a 3-year lease. Today, we're looking at 7 mechanical legends. If the world ends tomorrow, these are the machines that will still be moving. Number 1, Mitsubishi Montero Pajero, the Gen 2 masterpiece. While the rest of the world was paying homage to the reputation of Toyota and paying the Toyota tax, the savvy overlanders were quietly buying these. We're specifically talking about the Generation 2 and 2.5 Montero. For decades, it was the best-kept secret in the 4x4 world. The secret sauce? The Super Select 4WD system. Even today, it remains one of the most sophisticated transfer cases ever engineered. Unlike most 4x4s of the 90s that used a basic part-time system, the Montero featured a center viscous coupling. This allowed you to drive in 4WD on dry pavement without driveline bind, then lock the center and rear diffs when the mud got chest deep. Under the hood, you had the 6G74 3.5-liter V6 or the 4M41 3.2-liter diesel. These weren't just engines, they were overbuilt heat sinks. Mitsubishi didn't just participate in the Dakar race, the toughest race on earth. They owned it. They won it 12 times. The Montero is the underdog that proved independent front suspension could take a world-class beating and keep coming back for more. It's a precision tool with a survivor's soul before Mitsubishi lost its way.
Nissan Patrol Y61, the forbidden fruit. If you go to the dunes of Liwa or the unforgiving Australian outback, you won't see many luxury crossovers. You see the Nissan Patrol Y61. To my American viewers, this is the forbidden fruit. Because of our 25-year import rule, we are only just beginning to taste what the rest of the world calls the VTC. The heart of this legend is the TB48DE. This 4.8-liter straight 6 is a mechanical anvil. It features a massive iron block and a forged steel crankshaft with journals so massive they look like they belong in a semi-truck. People call it an SUV engine, but it's actually a heavy industrial power unit disguised as a passenger car motor. The Y61 doesn't care about soft-touch plastics. It's built on a fully boxed ladder frame that refuses to flex. It's the Desert King, because when it's 120 degrees in the shade and you're 200 miles from civilization, reliable isn't a marketing bullet point. It's a survival requirement. It's a drivetrain built to handle 1,000 horsepower, even if it only makes 250 from the factory.
Volvo 240, the Swedish Tank. You might wonder why a Swedish sedan is sitting next to these off-road giants. It's because the Volvo 240 is quite literally a tank with a license plate. While other cars from the 70s and 80s have long since dissolved into piles of rust, the 240 is still out there, often with 500,000 miles on the original clock. The core of its immortality is the red block engine, specifically the B21 and B23. These engines are so simple, they borderline on primitive. They feature an overbuilt bottom end and a non-interference design, meaning even if the timing belt snaps, the engine won't kill itself. But it's not just the engine, it's the steel. Volvo used high-quality Scandinavian steel and heavy-duty undercoating because these cars had to survive decades of salted roads and Arctic winters. The 240 was designed with a 30-year life cycle in mind, at a time when most companies were planning for 7. It's the ultimate gray man vehicle, unassuming, unbreakable, and statistically likely to outlive its owner. 4. Toyota Land Cruiser 80 Series, the peak of engineering. This is it. The high watermark. The 80 Series Land Cruiser was the last cruiser built with a money-is-no-object philosophy. Toyota spent billions developing this platform during the Japanese bubble economy, and it shows in every oversized bearing and over-engineered bolt. Whether you have the 1FZ FE 4.5-liter inline-six or the legendary 1HDT turbo diesel, you're looking at a 500,000-mile engine. The F1Z is under stress to a comical degree. It's a massive engine with low compression that barely generates any internal stress, but it's the crown jewel, the factory triple lockers. Combined with coil-sprung solid axles, it's a mountain goat that rides with the poise of a luxury car.
Forget the G63s you see in Beverly Hills. That's a fashion statement. The real G-Wagon is the W460 and W461. Long before it was a status symbol, the Geländewagen was a tactical tool designed for the German military. When you close the door on a real G-Wagon, you hear the distinct clink of a rifle bolt. That's because the tolerances were military grade. The legend here is the OM606 turbo diesel. This engine is purely mechanical. It doesn't need a complex ECU or a lithium battery to keep running. As long as it has air and fuel, it will run until the sun goes down. It's a vault on wheels. It was built to be dropped out of planes and survive in the most hostile environments on the planet. While the new G-Wagons are plagued by electronic gremlins, the W461 is still in service with armies around the world. If you want a vehicle that feels like it was carved out of a single block of granite, this is the only choice. The Toyota Hilux, the global defiant. There is only one vehicle that has been officially declared unkillable by the world's media, the Toyota Hilux, specifically the 4th and 5th generations with the 22R gas engine or the 3L diesel. There's a reason this is the choice of every rebel group and farmer from Africa to the Middle East. It's light, it's narrow, and it refuses to quit. You can drown it in the tide, drop a building on it, or set it on fire, and with a basic set of hand tools, it will start again. It's not just a truck, it's a geopolitical force. It even had a war named after it, the Toyota War between Libya and Chad. In that conflict, a fleet of Hiluxes destroyed a much more technologically advanced tank army. Why? Because you can't kill what won't die. It is the cockroach of the automotive world, and it deserves every bit of its legendary status.
Finally, we reach the final boss, the Toyota Land Cruiser 70 Series. This is a design from 1984 that Toyota still builds brand new today. Why? Because you cannot improve on mechanical perfection. In a world of turbochargers and lane keep assist, the 70 Series still offers the 1HZ, a 4.2-liter naturally aspirated diesel. It produces almost no power, but it will produce that no power for 100 years. It is an engine that values longevity over everything else, including speed. There are no touchscreens, no sensors that beep at you. It's just iron, rubber, and glass. It is the ultimate end-of-the-world vehicle.